Want to hit the Thunder for a second. I had a stat I wanted to read to you guys. The best defensive rating in the NBA currently by two-man lineup. Number 1, Alex Caruso and SGA.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Alex Caruso and Chet. Number 3, Casey Wallace and SGA.
Yeah.
Number 4, Casey Wallace and Lou Dort. Feels like it could be potentially a historic defense. They're not healthy yet either. They still have pieces to come back. Your guys' thoughts just on what we've seen so far with them?
Another one of those teams where everybody's just bought in defensively. Even the star player, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, gets what feels like 100 poke away steals a game, and he's bought in to just sit down and play the necessary defense. And Chet Holmgren, as of today, looks like the DPOY, or like the first game of the season, he goes against the 3-time MVP Nikola Jokic, and they blow that team out, and they continue to blow teams out. Like, I think they've given up like 4 total points when Alex Caruso and him are on the court together. Like, that's a crazy statistic. It's really one of those teams because, like you mentioned, they're not healthy. Chet is really the only 5-man on the entire roster right now. So he's doing like a matching the opposing starting center thing, where if Jokic is in the game, so is Chet. And as soon as Jokic go to the bench, I get my rest. So Coach Mark Dayton is doing a pretty damn good job of having everybody buy in.
Shout out Coach Mark. But like all those guys that you just mentioned, individually, great defensive players. Now you got continuity. You had those playoff games last year. Shout out to the brother Lou Dort, Haiti, Sakafet. He has a different kind of toughness to him. Yeah. So these are guys who get a lot of deflections, and you can just tell as a team they like each other. So on the defensive end, when it's like a vocal team like that, and you got Chet, who's, definitely taking that next step. And then you also got that big boy, Hartenstein, who's coming in. So they're not even fully healthy. It's going to be really interesting to see what this team looks like. They're dangerous.
We used to always talk with JJ. The word he loved using was connectivity on defense in particular, about just how that was always like the mark of a good defense, no matter who the personnel was. When you had that, when you think about every great defensive team you've been on, was that a constant there? And then if so, how do you develop that? Is that just playing? I mean, because these guys like Caruso just got there. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's like reps, like he's been playing with these guys for 3 years.
Yeah.
But he's able to fit in right away in a way that he's on that list twice already.
I think that these are things that you work on in practice every day. So the core of that group has been doing the same drills for a long time. I remember when we started practices with Tibbs, the first drill was, 5 guy shell defense. And it's building that connection together and, the language that you're supposed to use when there's a certain pick and rolls. And, these are things that we started practice with. It was annoying as hell. It was repetitive as hell. I hated it. But you know what? It helps you win ball games.
Do you have a constant when you look at a great defense, just visually what you see?
I love watching a good defensive big, because I do believe regardless if you have great wing defenders, the center is like the focal point of it all, because the easiest shot in basketball is a layup. So when I watch Chet Holmgren play, he also plays very well in space when he's stuck on an island with a ball handler. But when I watch him lock down the paint, it's a beautiful thing.